by a drummer here in Nashville named Buddy Rogers, and he was from the Deep South, so he learned how to do catfish and hush puppies from his family. So, in the late '80s, early '90s, our owner now bought it from him, and at that point, they ended up growing it, had a few stores, and then in the mid '90s, they sold it, and it continued to expand from there. So, people remember us from being in Franklin, being on Stewart's Ferry, which is now a Thornton's. But after they had sold it, the new ownership, they had expanded even further and made some changes to the menu, and so they ended up all closing down. So about 5 years ago, the owner went back to our operating partner, and he was like, "Hey, we have the opportunity to buy back the store, and this is the location." They had tried to make it the Catfish Shack, and that was the location where we're at right now. And they were being close to having to shut the doors, and so they ended up taking it back and made it back to the original Uncle Bud's, where it's full service, and what we do is just catfish and chicken, and we do just a couple items on the menu. It's not a huge menu, but what we do really well. And people, come and they're like, "I remember being here 30 years ago, and it still tastes the same, and we love it." And here we are. Donelson's a great area. I've been in Nashville for 18 years, so not born and raised, but I've spent most of my life here in Nashville, and Green Hills, Brentwood, Franklin, Murfreesboro, Mount Juliet. There's so many different aspects within each of those regions of Nashville, right? To anybody not in Tennessee, that's Nashville, but for us, each place is unique, and Donelson is really cool because it's so close to Nashville, yet it's not got the hustle and bustle where Green Hills and Brentwood and they're getting overcrowded, and downtown. I mean, there's just so many people, and here in Donelson, it's a little bit of a slower pace, which is nice, but you're not so far that you can't get to Nashville. It's only 12 minutes away, and the airport's right there, and you got Percy Priest, and that's a great part of Donelson is you get the Nashville experience without having to be overburdened by all the people there.
Yeah,